Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes and Brittany. So this is going to be a short session. I have only about an hour and a half of playtime, so I'm expecting 2 episodes max, and therefore I don't really have that big of a goal for today. My main goal will be probably to just make Brittany a bit more of a powerhouse, improve its economy and everything. So that comes up to the task of expanding our naval force. We can still get 2 extra ships. We just finished one of the caravels and I sent it out to protect our trade. We're actually getting quite a lot of that. I'm also going to continue with the economic ideas, getting tax agency, secure trade routes, and all of the other economic ideas that we need to get better. We're currently building a road in Baspue 2, and it would be kind of nice if we could expand it to Onis in this session, but I'll see if that works out for us. Our liege is aggressive, so we'll see if there are things we could do regarding his aspirations. As I mentioned it in the last episode, the way that Castile is eating up Portugal, and it's probably going to eat up Aragon, and France is forming really fast. We're going to have 2 powerhouses very close to us, so we need to be careful about what we do. It's going to be rough navigating that, I can tell you that already. In the meantime, our population is just gonna grow everywhere. Brorozon still has something to desire. None has for the... Oh yes! We became a minor center of trade! That is so awesome! Local trade power increased, the base urban gravity increased, and urban gravity modifier increased. Nice! Okay, so the city will grow slightly faster now. That is awesome. Students sent abroad. Oh, but we need university. That's for certain. We need that, but our liege is probably not gonna do that. Okay, anyway, so focus on economy. As I said, that's going to be something that we really need to do. Also, I'm still tempted to invade the Canaries and make them our own domain. Brittany would enjoy having islands before someone else snatches them. But truth be told, we really don't have the ports for that. We would need to upgrade the port in our capital to at least a trade wharf to have the minimum necessary connection time, or what to say, or how to say it, to the islands, because we currently have from here to here it takes 13 days. From here at this point to the islands it would take like 6 weeks, and we would not be able to do anything. No, France wants us to transfer our trade power to them, and I say no to that. The good part is that we're actually making decent money, even though our armies continue training, because our liege, being aggressive and everything, only has a military skill of 1, which puts him at a really appalling maneuver 4 and nothing else. So I'm hoping that he will get better with this whole training thing that's happening here right now. Okay, let's build a caravel. But we shall see. We still can get 2 extra units, which I will when the money allows it, which will be 1 extra infantry and 1 extra artillery unit. Though building roads at Baspue 2, in Onis, not Baspue 2, that's where we are already building them, would be great. And considering that, yeah, we could do it very soon. Actually, if the urban wealth increases slightly more, we might completely just finance it by burning through our manpower and them. Same thing in Saint-Malo. Yeah, having 3 big cities, Nantes, Onis, and Saint-Malo with a big port in Brogenev in the city of Brest would be something that I'm interested in. Okay, Siberian winds are coming. No shortage yet, but that can happen very soon. Okay, so I guess that's all for now. Last but not least, let's look at the technology. We can get multiple masts soon. The printing press, this is... oh man, we're gonna stifle our administrative growth so much. And our argent has 0, that's gonna be awful. So we can... no. The lack of good maps or tools to create accurate maps would occasionally lead to overlapping claims of authority in border regions. These disputes were usually over very marginal areas, but could serve as a point of friction when monarchs decided to press the issue. So we can press the issue and piss off France, or settle the issue. Fucking hell. Well, our king is aggressive, so let's press the issue. But also, on the other hand, we're gonna improve relations with France and make sure... because while our king does not give a fuck, everyone else knows that attacking France at this point would be a suicide. So let's not do that, please. Jean Pregent, being a wise and respected Catholic, has maintained good relations with cardinals and other people in the church, even outside the borders of Brittany. They recently discovered that a man who has just been promoted to cardinal, who is also a good friend of theirs, is considered moving to our country to facilitate their mutual work on a theological text. If we aided this process, we would have a cardinal in the Curia who is not only loyal to Jean Pregent, but also to Pierre III. Whatever we can do to help, we will. Saint-Malo will be the seat of a new cardinal, or our administration has other priorities than nepotism. I actually don't know what bonuses the seat of the cardinal does. I don't know if it's worth 100 administrative power. Instead, I think we could use that to get the next level soon. So let's gain 100 administrative power instead. By the way, the amount of ships that we can have went up to 25. So not only have we already built one and we are finishing the next ship, but we have also commissioned a third caravel in this episode. So we are really doing good. Question is, do we want to then... We probably do. We want to take the Crayers back and upgrade them or sell them. That's also an option. And build new ships, because that would probably help us. Anyway, Europe is really peaceful with the exception of the northwestern Africa, where, believe it or not, one province might have one. Actually, no, they have also Figuk. And maybe some other provinces hidden somewhere. But the defeated... Oh, no... The defeated Tlemcen, who suffers under the yoke of Tunis, managed to, or is managing to, completely rape down Fez. So we might see it grow. The situation in northwestern Africa, with Tunis being such a huge powerhouse from the beginning, and Algiers being limited to these port cities in the Mediterranean, is really weird to me. Okay, so what do? Do we suck it up and take a loan? Or do we risk it? Let's suck it up and take a loan. God damn it, game. Well, but our corruption is steadily dropping. We are at 28.76 and it's dropping by 2.9 every year. So that is good. At least that is good. And the loan has been taken. Damn. But you know, honestly, our trade is becoming so good that we might be looking at an accelerated growth Population is growing as well. Greater nobles demand privileges. What do they want? Tax rate. No. They lose their royalty and they are super pissy about it, but they get nothing. They're down to 22. And just for asking me that, I'm gonna revoke another privilege from them when I have the chance. Though their royalty is now so low that we might actually want to start considering doing something for them. Though I'm not gonna give them cabinet seats, that's not gonna happen, and we can't really pay them with privileges that generate corruption, so I guess we just have to throw more money at them. Well, it is always an option, when all else fails, just throw money at them. That's definitely gonna help. Well, just as I stopped recording, we got the ability to build multiple masts, which is diplomatic technology level 16. If we get it for 11 years, we're gonna get a global trade power plus 20%, which I do want. I do want that. That's gonna give us a huge bonus. So, multiple masts. Before 1400, many ships still used 1 or 2 masts. As ships made longer voyages, they needed even more cargo and more room aboard ship. These larger ships demanded even more masts. Soon, 3-masted ships were common. It would be aboard such a ship that Columbus made his fateful journey. Max colonial range increased by 25, trade range increased by 50, and naval maintenance increased by 5%. However, settlement growth increased by 2. Now let's see how far we could now get in the colonial range. Okay, so Lusitania Sea, but not the Gulf of Cadiz. However, we need to get to at least here to get our first colony. A new plague in Fars. Actually, we can see Fars, can't we? No, we can't. Okay. I thought we could see it, but no. However, that plague is most likely going to come. We won't be able to avoid it. Okay, now did we already have the 20% bonus, or did we? I think we didn't. Trade councils. So it should go up right now. 7.41. Oh, by the way, another ship has been commissioned and sent to sea. 7.41. 7.16. Nope. Okay, so we already did have that bonus. But now we're getting 5 gold per month, which is good. I'll let that loan run for a bit. There's no point in repaying it early on. And how are you doing? Did you increase your... The urban wealth here is really increasing. How much would we need for them to pay? 46. So that would be 51. I'm considering doing that. It would steal from all of them, but making this slightly more populous city would be great. When is this really going to be finished? 1451, so in 2 years. We could, we could do that. Or we could actually sacrifice a bit more manpower. But I'd much rather strengthen my army. France is going to be a threat very soon. Wow, why did our income go down from 5 to 3.91? What happened there? That's weird. Heavy ship guns, damn. And hand cannons. Okay, we're almost at the tax agency, which is good. How's the technology looking? Well, we're doing good. We got 13 and 16. They got 12 and 12. But in military, we are behind by 2 technology points. So maybe a powerhouse in trade, but not a powerhouse in military, and that is bothering me. Unlocked at block books. Damn. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be a colonial nation. I can swear that. I'm wondering, is Castile going to continue its conquest of Portugal? Because that would eliminate an entire rival in the colonial world. I would be Not entirely mad about that. Let's check out the world. Wow! Sweden declared war on Norway and stole parts of Norway. They're still in personal union with Denmark. Okay. So we might see Sweden eating up entirely of Norway in the end. That's interesting. Trakai is still here. Lithuania has grown. Trebizondian Crimea is still there. Actually, some of their autonomy is dropping. How come? Did you core it? Yeah, they're starting to drop in autonomy. Okay. Good for them, because Trebizond has been reduced to a small minor. The Ottomans did not get any more from their territory, if I can see clearly. Yeah, there's nothing there. Bohemia is still a blobbing monster, but it's starting to incorporate some of the provinces, so they might be unstoppable. And what is this? Oils. That's a vassal of Bohemia, aren't they? Yeah, vassal of Bohemia. Sweden. Copper trade overview. They went with nothing for now. Okay, Naples has grown. Oh, one interesting thing that I would like to point out is that the Pope is back in Avignon. I don't know why, but he is, and we're getting papal influence. Oh, Dead Hand of the Church. We're gonna go after the money. We're gonna go after the money. We need them for ourselves. The last ship will be done in 86 days. So we ought to probably focus on army next. How fast are you accumulating the urban wealth? Pretty fast indeed. Damn. Time to introduce the tax agency. Increase tax revenue by unifying national tax policy under a single authority. Plus 10% tax is going to be pretty good and increase our income further. So I am happy. All of the ships are currently commissioned and on sea, so we are happy about that. And let's see how this is going to change. Taxation. Oh yeah, it already changed. So 20% is the base value, the free principal cities is plus 10, and tax agency is another 10%, so a bonus is decent. We're sitting on 92 gold, and I keep thinking about what our aggressive king would want, and my opinion is that we really do want to take the Canaries. Just for fun, you know, and for having an island. It's the weakest territory in the neighborhood. Other options would probably be maybe Clemson or some other nation like that, but they are way stronger. So attacking them would most likely be much more devastating. I also thought about taking some of these cities, but I don't think that... Oh no, on the other hand, we could take Saleh. Only Fez has a claim on it. Sus would not join them. And they are most likely very weak. And have no way how to get their armies there. So taking this city would be much better for us, I guess. See, that's an interesting idea. Because we plan on going colonial, so getting a little city and turning into a bustling trade city might not be a bad idea. Part of the European food market, increased coring cost. It's a fussy culture. It's a Ibadi minority. It is a fort, though. But that shouldn't be an issue. It would cost us a large hit in stability. Oh, we will most likely accept. Who is Zeus? Is that you? Yeah. Well, and having it, I'm kind of sure that maybe Tunis would come after us eventually. So that might be not a great plan. But still, having such a little city here, that would be quite nice. The city of Saleh. Let's send our ships to check it out. Just, I will do a scouting mission to see how they're doing. What about Tlemcen? Do they have an ally? Oh, they do. Okay. So it should have been faster, man. If I declared the war when their ally would not accept, that would have been better. Do you have some truces? Oh, they're guaranteed. Okay. That's interesting. Well, we can watch the situation and see how it's gonna change. Because, yeah, our aggressive king would probably try to search new territories. And as we are traders, he would either turn north, but that would mean messing with the Empire or France. Turn to Ireland. Well, that's also not a great idea, because these guys are pretty much all allied. Yeah, you're allied with these big guys. Wait, no? Oh, just these guys, Turku now. And we have good relations with them. So going against the heathens that surround us would be maybe a better thing. Oh, we can buy indulgence for 18 gold. That's not gonna happen. Oh, okay. Our Duke is now just. That's good. Start fair wars. National unrest lowered stability, increase interval reward, and extra prestige. Sounds pretty good. Okay, and there's nothing we can see here. What are your relations with your neighbors? Minus 43. And they don't like each other very much. Fez has some small ships here. That might actually not be all that bad. But whatever happens, the first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to build a port in our capital, because we need that to even think about expanding outwards. And I also plan to build that road in, or those roads, in Onis. Have you finished? Oh, Buspoet is building the roads. So what can we see here? Okay, they got 4,000 men in the army. We have 4 ships, so we could send our army in 3 waves. How long does it take? 10th of April, 12th, 13th. I'm gonna have to blockade them completely and just make sure that they don't allow them to come. They have very good relations with Tunis, though. They have a really good relation with Tunis. Okay, anyway, we'll see how that goes. I guess that's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.